I didn't want to leave the room. I wanted to bury myself under the covers and pretend none of this was real. But the world outside didn't care what I wanted. Eventually, hunger won. Hoodie up, strings pulled tight, I slipped out the door and onto the sidewalk. Every step felt wrong. My jeans hugged my hips differently, my center of balance tilted. Even the way my shoes hit the ground sounded off, lighter somehow. I kept my eyes down, praying no one would notice. "Hey, Alexis." I froze. A classmate waved from across the street, smiling like nothing had changed. My throat clenched. I managed a weak wave back, my voice stuck in my chest. The closer I got to campus, the harder it was to hide. My hair slipped out of my hood, brushing against my cheek. I tucked it back quickly, but not before someone walking by glanced at me. "Love your hair," she said, genuine, casual, like it was the most normal thing in the world. My face went hot. I muttered thanks, tugging my hood lower, but inside, something fluttered. For just a heartbeat, I didn't feel like a fraud. I felt good, like that compliment belonged to me. And that terrified me more than anything else. I ducked into the library, found an empty table, and sat with my phone clutched tight in both hands. The cracked screen glowed on its own. Update 2.0 available. Features: personality alignment. My stomach dropped. This wasn't just about my body anymore. It wanted my mind. I gripped the phone so hard my knuckles went white. "No," I whispered. "You're not taking that from me." But deep down, I wasn't sure if I still believed it, because part of me, the part that blushed when she said nice hair, already felt like it was slipping away. I thought I could fight it, that if I just stayed alert, stayed angry, stayed me, I could hold on. But it didn't happen all at once. It crept in slowly, slipping under my skin like a whisper I couldn't shut out. The first time I heard myself laugh, I didn't recognize the sound. Higher, lighter, like it belonged to someone else. I clapped a hand over my mouth, horrified. But when my friend cracked another dumb joke, it slipped out again. Natural, effortless, like I'd been laughing that way my whole life. Walking felt different too. My hips swayed, not because I wanted them to, but because my body carried itself that way now. I tried forcing myself into my old slouch, stuffing my hands in my pockets, but within minutes, I'd drift back into this new rhythm. It was like my body knew a script I hadn't learned, and no matter how I resisted, I kept reading the lines. Then came the thoughts. I caught myself daydreaming in class, doodling a new name across the margin of my notes. Alexis, not Alex. My handwriting curled softer, neater. When I realized what I'd done, I tore the page out and crumpled it in my fist. My pulse thundered in my ears. "This isn't me," I whispered to myself. "It's the app. It's the app!" But my phone was already glowing on the desk, the cracked glass pulsing faintly. Update in progress, 90% complete. I grabbed it with shaking hands. "Stop! Please stop!" My voice cracked again, feminine now, begging. The screen flashed. My vision blurred. I collapsed onto the floor as the world seemed to vibrate around me, light searing across my skin. My chest ached, my throat burned, my thoughts tangled. And somewhere deep inside, a voice, my own voice, but not mine anymore, whispered, "Why are you fighting this? Don't you see? This is who we're supposed to be." The last thing I saw before everything went white was my reflection in the black screen. Alexis, smiling, eyes calm while mine were wide with terror. When I opened my eyes, I was home, alone in my bed. The pounding in my head was gone. The burning in my chest, the twisting in my stomach, gone. My body felt normal, too normal. I sat up slowly. Long hair slid over my shoulders, brushing my arms like silk. My hoodie hung differently on me now, loose where it used to be tight, tight where it used to be loose. I stumbled to the mirror, bracing myself for the split reflection, for the glitch. But there was no glitch. She stared back at me, whole, seamless. Not a trace of Alex remained. Smooth cheeks, soft lips, eyes shining bright green gold. My hands rose on their own, tracing the curve of my jaw, the line of my hair. It was me, Alexis, and it didn't feel wrong. That was the worst part. My phone buzzed on the nightstand. I forced myself to look. Update complete. Welcome, Alexis. The name on the lock screen matched. My texts, my emails, my ID, all updated, rewritten. Even old photos had changed. Alex had been erased, pixel by pixel, until there was nothing left of him but the faint ache in my chest where his voice used to be. I shoved the phone into my pocket and left the dorm. Walking through campus, people greeted me like they always had. Friends waved, professors nodded. Nobody looked twice. Nobody saw anything strange. "Hey, Alexis," one of them said. Casual, friendly. My lips curved before I realized it. A smile. My smile. And for a terrifying heartbeat, I liked it. But under that momentary warmth, deep inside, something stirred. A whisper. A voice I hadn't heard since yesterday. "This isn't you. Don't forget me." I froze, hand tightening on my phone until my knuckles burned. The screen lit up in my grip. A new notification pulsed across the cracked glass. Update 3.0 available. Features, complete synchronization. My breath caught in my throat. The logo pulsed once, twice, like a heartbeat. And I realized it wasn't finished. Not yet. If this video resonates with you, please leave a comment below. Like and subscribe so you never miss what's coming next. Until next time, here's your next video.